Hey guys, Ken Salvail here today, having a look at elderberry. I'll just show you some things about this one. This one's quite old. We've had it growing for about close to 20 years. And they get to be a fair-sized small tree or a large shrub. So this is an elderberry that we've had for quite a few years. It's getting up to about 20 feet high right now. It was at one point over 25 feet high, but I rejuvenated about every 5 years. And you can see here what I've done in the past was just cut off all these trunks, just chop the whole thing off at about 3 to 4 feet high, and then let it shoot back out again. And you can see, where these huge branches have grown from. And when I chopped it down, obviously there was nothing on it at all, but its response is quite rapid and it comes back quickly. So rejuvenation on elderberries I like to do generally about every 5 years, as I said. This one was done about 5 years ago. I'm going to do a moderate rejuvenation this time. So I'm not going to cut it down quite as hard, but I'm going to be cutting it in this sort of range. I already snipped off a few branches, and this is the perfect time to do it, is when you see the new shoots coming out, and you can see them coming out here and there and everywhere. So right now is perfect time to do it. And literally, I'm just going to take this whole thing and just chop it off up in this range. So right through about there somewhere. And I might take the bigger one in the middle down lower. Maybe some of the bigger ones I'll take lower. And just stand back and let them go. I'll notice in the background that everywhere it's shady, the cedars are pretty much dead. And that's the way it goes with cedars. They need sunlight. And if they don't have sunlight, they just shed their needles. And unfortunately, they often don't grow back. But that's the other reason why I'm not cutting it quite as hard this time, is just to get it back into hiding the big dead spot. Okay, I've done a little bit of cutting here. I've just taken off some of the big stems. I'm starting a pile here. Remember that when you have piles of branches and things, that you always put all the butt ends at the same end, so it makes it easy for hauling. But yeah, and these plants, they have a lot of dead wood. You can just see it just snaps off. So that's just a common thing that elderberries are like, is that they're this really punky wood. It's very brittle and doesn't really have much strength at all. But so that's one thing when you're cutting, you'll see the branches that are alive definitely have the green buds on them. And some of them do not, like this particular one. Well, it's not even attached. How about that? So, very punky wood, not uncommon to see just tons of dead stuff in these elderberries. But you'll be surprised how fast they grow back. It's just amazing. So, we'll keep on cutting. Okay. So, yeah, still working on this elderberry, getting it rejuvenated and opening it up. There we go. We got almost halfway there. The wood's so soft it's quite easy to cut. So I use one of these hand saws. This is one of the better hand saws you can get, a replaceable blade, and it cuts like it's on fire. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Anyway, away I go. Continue on. Okay, I got most of it done now. You can see I have left a few smaller stems, and I might do this a little neater and tidier. I still have some dead stuff to pull off, but I might do it a little tidier if it was in a very prominent location. But this is just on the side of the house, so not too worried about it. And yeah, this thing's going to take off and grow like crazy now. So I still have to go in and take out more of this dead material. So much of it is just crunchy. see how that looks. I just try to make it reasonably balanced, nothing too fancy. Lots of branches to get rid of though, that's for sure. Hey everybody, just a little update here. It's now about the 10th of June, and you can see the rejuvenation of the elderberry is coming along. This thing is not holding back, it's growing like crazy. Lots of new growth on it. It's just a beautiful plant, and they come back really quick. Lots of new growth, and it's going to go fast now. So from between now and the summertime, I expect it to be at least another 6 feet higher. And but this completely rejuvenated the plant. I've got shoots coming out everywhere. It's much healthier for the plant. Elderberries are prone to all that dead wood that gets built up in them, so I tend to just grow this sort of semi-wild, even though this is a really good variety for growing for its berries. It has quite a large berry. But anyway, I'm glad you tuned in today, and I hope this is some helpful information. So don't forget to subscribe and like the video. It really helps the algorithm, and it keeps me coming up in your searches. And also share with a friend if you think somebody else has an elderberry and they might have some other information or other experience. It's always great to hear from people and to leave a comment. It really helps the channel. So again, thanks so much for tuning in, and remember to check growercoach.com.